Welcome back, everybody. First off, I want to take this time to apologize for my lengthy absence. Okay, I know I promised content and to pump it out right away during this CONCACAF qualifiers, but as you guys may have seen, I have been traveling across the globe to continue to prepare myself, educate myself for that day, because it's coming sooner than later, hopefully, where I'm back on the sidelines. So I want to stay sharp. I've been in great environments. You know, I posted about my Barcelona B presence there to watch the Barca B game. First time in a long time that they allowed a crowd in the stadium, so it was a unique experience. But who cares about that right now? What we want to talk about is our big-time failure, okay? I'm not discovering anything, but I'm happy that I was in Europe and not in Guadalajara. My blood would have been boiling 100-fold. I don't know if I've ever shared, I think I've shared it publicly, maybe not. The lowest of the lowest moments in my career watching a football match was in Brazil 2019 with our U-17 2002 group against the Netherlands when we had to win to qualify. And not only did we not win, we were humiliated all across the field that day. I was in the stadium, and as a practitioner of football, as somebody who loves it, somebody who wants to elevate it in our country, I've never been more embarrassed. Well, this would have rivaled that. That's how bad this Olympic failure was. To kick this thing off, I want to start talking about competing and competition and how important and what an important moment we have let escape us by failing to qualify to Tokyo this summer. All right? We're used to just competing domestically here, locally, or even within our own minnow region. I've criticized it, but it's the reality that we have. This is the only opportunity that we are going to get some of our elite, up-and-coming talents or top talents to compete at the highest level in Tokyo, and we have failed to qualify again. Yes, in Tokyo, we had the opportunity to maybe see Brazil, maybe see Argentina, maybe see Germany, France, Spain, the African countries, the Asian countries, real competition for our top guys. Instead, it's going to be the same old, Nations League, same old, Gold Cup, same old, CONCACAF qualifying, same old. And then come winter of 2022 in Qatar, it's going to be a much different show, something that we're not used to. And guys, I get it. On the calendar, it's very difficult to get these opponents now with European Nations League, European World Cup qualifying, South America. It's impossible. I get it. It's not that the Federation doesn't want to play good teams, but we have failed yet again to qualify, and the approach is what bothers me, okay? We can deflect. We can make excuses. We can say it's not important. With the outcome in hand, all that is easy, and we're going to review all of it, okay? The importance of being at the Olympics. Let me just give examples. I always want to do that. I always want to go on the high levels. I don't know. Call it what you will. Maybe it doesn't apply to us Americans, but it does, okay? Tata Martino, former Atlanta boss, former Argentina boss, and when I'm currently doing it at our rivals down south with Mexico, Tata Martino is no longer the Argentina boss, not because he wasn't successful. He was doing a very, very good job during his tenure there. Sure, he lost both Copa America finals to Chile and PKs, but he was leading this group. The group was progressing. Messi was happy. All the stars were happy. There's an identity being instilled. There's a style of play. He was leading this team towards Russia, towards a World Cup. As a head coach of your country, World Cup with Messi at the helm, history in the making was there to be made for Tata Martino. Anybody know why Tata stepped down from the Argentine national team position? He wasn't fired. He wasn't sacked. He was having success. He had the backing of everybody. He stepped down because he got zero support when it came to the actual Olympics. He was trying to prepare his team for Rio. He got no support from the domestic clubs to the point where he said, you know what? I got no backing. I can't do this. I can't do it at the level that it's supposed to be at. I'm stepping down. That's Tata Martino stepping down from his dream post because he had no support for the Olympics. But here we want to kind of go ahead and say it's not a big deal. Let's take our neighbors, okay? Mexico, who they fail. They have their failures. Their U-20's last cycle were terrible. We walked all over them. At the World Cup, they went out in group play. They have their, I don't know, failures here and there. But those guys have their shit together, okay? They always have a long-term view. They have a big picture mentality, and they work. Let me give you the most recent example. The U-20 World Cup, the 2001 cycle, we were all excited about for our country. I did a whole preview series on it. It got shut down, okay? We haven't had a national team camp in God knows how long. Yes, there is a global pandemic. Yes, there are challenges. There are limitations. There's everything. But you know what Mexico did in January when the U-20 World Cup got shut down? They held a camp for their 2001 cycle because it was viewing out 4 years for the next Olympic process. Yeah, we have a little joke with my internal group of coaches. Los procesos, homie, Brian, los procesos. Yeah, that's what the Mexicans call it. They're processes. And they have a long-term vision. And they even started calling all our guys, all our young, talented dual nationals, started getting call-ups for their U-17s, for the U-18s, for the U-19s, for the U-20s. And we have had 0 camps. That's the difference in terms of approach. Mexico's already thinking about the next Olympics. And here we are. Failed. 4 of the last 5 Olympics, we did not qualify. 3 consecutive Olympic cycles, we did not qualify. When will we learn? 2018 Russia, should I remind you, we did not qualify. We don't have youth national team coaches in place. I don't know how long it's been since that's happened. What is the plan? Okay? I know a lot of colleagues have talked about it, but that should be absolutely spotlighted. That should be absolutely critiqued. It's just a reality. Hey, praise comes when it's deserved. And at this point in time, it's time to reflect and understand that we are failing on multiple fronts. Okay? Guys, I want to talk about facts. Facts, okay? Let's deal with facts for a few minutes. Not Brian's opinion, just facts. We got bossed in 3 of the 4 games in this Olympic qualifying tournament. It was incredible to have watched that Costa Rica opening game and how we got pelted and how David Ochoa saved our ass and we had our goal and we took it and we escaped, okay? Because we got bossed. Statistically, we got owned by Costa Rica. Oh, Costa Rica, the players so experienced. They're mid-season form. Oh, our guys are mid-season form. Our guys were 1 month in Guadalajara prepping. Nobody has that luxury, okay? We were literally there 3 weeks before the tournament began. Get the team together. I don't know how many camps we had leading up to it. Yeah, it's a weaker team than it's been. Yeah, we can talk about the roster and all that stuff. But let's not make excuses. We got bossed by Costa Rica. Then came the Dominican Republic game. Oh, all of a sudden we were incredible. We won 4-0, whatever it was. Hassani Dotson, Brace, what a player. Oh my God, impactful player. This is the player. This is the guy. What? Then came reality again. Mexico, 1-0. Got bossed. Created nothing. 1 shot on goal, maybe 2 against Costa Rica. Then came the Honduras fiasco. Got bossed. Created nothing. Couple shots on goal. That's what, 5-6 shots on goal on frame in 3 real competitive games. Because Dominican Republic, we can't even count that. That's the fact, guys. We got bossed. I already told you 4 of the last 5 cycles we did not qualify. Roster balance was a huge concern. Something that everybody highlighted and everybody understood. But what the hell? 0 creativity. 0. Okay, that midfield that was named was very obvious. Same profiles. Just absurd to me. Yet, double standard. When it's a senior national team and we have a trivet of no creativity in the middle, just workhorses and destroyers and ball winners, we're happy. We're excited about it. Well, guys, we'll forecast what that looks like moving forward, okay? Something I really want to talk about, well, before I get there, this team had 6 guys from my never again list. I don't know what episode it was. Look back at earlier series where I gave 22 names that should no longer be involved in our national team program. Hey, they're all talented professionals. They're all playing high-level minutes in the MLS. God bless them. They're going to have good careers. They're good guys. But they're not good enough to represent us internationally. Yet they were there again. Justin Glad, Aaron Herrera, Jonathan Lewis, Bofo Saucedo, Trusty. Yeah, he didn't make the final cut, but he was there. Brooks Lennon. Yeah, Atlanta didn't let him go, but he was there. I could go on and on. Benji Michel. What on planet Earth is going on that this guy is representing our national team? Who saw the talent in this guy to play at the international level? These are just things that are beyond me, okay? We can go over the midfield. We could criticize that our outside backs had nothing going forward. Yeah, Sam Vines had a moment or two, picked a good pass or two, had a good cross or two against Costa Rica, but really offered nothing going forward. Julian, who I love dearly, one of my guys, is a zero going into the final third. I've been highlighting that for a long time. No surprise to see his lack of quality. It's not lack of match fitness. It's not lack of match sharpness. It's just he has no quality going forward. That's something that he has to improve in his game if he's ever going to be a top-level international. Because he's got the athleticism, he's got the drive, he's got the commitment, he's got the personality. He just lacks the technique and the quality going forward. Okay, guys? I don't even want to go into the excuses. Okay? Yeah, people talk about it. Taylor Twellman wants to shut it down. I'll come with all the excuse you want. Blame the coach. Oh, the players aren't good enough. This is our D team, our Z team, our C team. It's all the same, guys. Listen, our top guys, yes, our top guys, we could feel a U-23 team that should go out, step on the field, and trounce all these opponents. Fact, okay? If Christian's there, if Sargent's there, Gio's there, Weston's there, Musa's there, Tyler's there, we could go on and on, okay? Chris Richards there, Mark McKenzie, Brenner, great. We should step on the field and own these guys. Those guys weren't there. Okay, now this was literally our C or D team. It's all the same. B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. It's all the same, okay? All the players are, give or take, in the same category, okay? They're not match winners. They're not elite. They're not super talents. They're just average players, as you've seen all those guys on display. Oh, it should have been, in retrospect, Jeremy Abubasi would have scored on set pieces. What? What are we talking about? Oh, if Miles Robinson would have been there or if George Bello would... What are we talking about? It's pretty much the same guys. If those guys would have failed, then it would have been like, oh, we should have Sebastian Soto there. His European experience and World Cup savviness, 4 girls at the World Cup would have got the job done. Oh, if XYZ guy's not there... Guys, listen, it's so easy to come with a counter narrative when the results are in play, okay? The difficult part would have been forecasting, kind of like I did. I forecasted what was going to happen this whole tournament, minus I thought we would win this semifinal game. And I'm kind of happy we didn't, because if we did, we'd have a false sense of security that, oh my God, the player pool is the best on planet Earth. It's so deep. We went with our D team. Look what we're doing. Mexico's better start shaking. Mexico's not shaking, guys, okay? They owned us yet again. And had we played in the final, it wouldn't have been that close like it was in that pool play game that was just for position, that wasn't relevant. Wish I had a bottle of water right now to go a little bit deeper. Okay, guys. Tactics. I've heard the narrative of tactically this team trying to play like the senior team when the player profiles aren't the same. Well, yeah. Is that right? Is that wrong? Listen, there's a direction that we're heading with the program. In a tournament setting like this, the objective should have been win, okay? The coaching staff obviously thought that the best path to win was playing this certain way. Building out of the back, having possession, breaking down the opponent, trying to create chances and score, trying to be like our senior men's national team, okay? Trying to pick similar profile players. But the reality was, there was never going to happen, guys. Building out of the back with some of the players, some of the troncazos, trunks, technically inferior and terrible players that we selected, not going to happen. Hey, teams put us under the gun and pressed us, and we were happy. Oh, against Mexico, you saw we broke the press. Did you see the New England kid, how good he was? I don't even want to name him. That's how bad he is. Okay? No, guys, our players aren't capacitated. Hey, Jackson Ewell is competent on the ball. Everybody else in the midfield, not competent. Terrible. Okay, we're going to break the press. We're going to create danger with that type of player? No. Our wingers, Benji Michel, Bofo Salcedo, not happy. Jonathan Lewis, we want those guys to tuck inside in the half spaces and find the ball. Not going to happen. Jesus Ferreira, hey, listen, his performances weren't what we expected, what I expected. But the collective wasn't really supporting Jesus' qualities. That's just the reality. Okay, so, hey, was this team tactically lined up the right way? Was it picked the right way? I'm hearing, oh, we should have just gone route one. Oh, ping it forward. Had we had DK or Abuba say, they would have knocked it down. We would have won set pieces. We don't want progress then. We want the same old, smash and grab. And that's gotten us nowhere over the course of, I don't know how many years. So, listen, tactically, we're trying. Is Jason Christ a top coach? I'm not going to come here and attack a fellow colleague. Obviously, he didn't get it right. Obviously, the planning wasn't right. Obviously, the tactics weren't right. Obviously, the player selection wasn't right. But it's so easy now to critique it when the results are in hand, okay? Forecasting what this means going forward. Listen, we don't get to compete like I opened this thing up at the beginning. We don't get to compete on the international stage. 20 of our top players don't get to have an opportunity this summer to compete. When they do, it's going to be Gold Cup. Gold Cup, it's one competitive game maybe against Mexico, and that's it. When I'm talking about our top guys. All right, so I'm very worried. I'm very worried about our lack of creativity and how we are turning the blind eye to that. I've gone on and on and on about that I want more creators and less destroyers. Yet, here we are again. All destroyers on the field, same output. Okay, so listen, in the CONCACAF region, with our current senior setup, I think we'll be okay. I've kind of made it very evident that we're going to qualify to Qatar. We'll have our struggles here and there. We'll have Sebi Lejet being the fill-in guy. Sebi's not a creative guy. Sebi's a connector. So I'm very worried, guys, because when it gets to graduating in levels and we have to play a higher tier level of opponent that we haven't seen in a long time, we're going to look the same way that we just looked in the CONCACAF qualifiers. And then I want to hear what the narrative from everybody else is going to be. I'm not going to be happy about it. Listen, you play the hand you're dealt. Right now, we're only allowed to play CONCACAF opponents. So we have a false sense of reality. And I think we're going to get brought down back to earth really, really quick. The only pro that I can come when I put my coaching hat on is you get to fortify this identity. You get to fortify this playing style. You get to get countless reps and minutes with the guys that the coaching staff decides are the guys. But again, when the rubber meets the road, I think our player selection is lacking. I think that we're going in the opposite direction of where I thought we were going. I think we need more creators, less destroyers. And I'm hoping that I'm right and that's going to happen. Whew! Lastly, guys, again, I want to apologize again for taking so long to put this thing out. Those are just a few thoughts, concerns, comments that I have off the cuff of what I remember. I'm senile. I don't know, it's 10 days ago now. But I'm going to go ahead and follow up with this episode with a Q&A from all the Twitter questions that everybody posed. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep dissecting. We're going to keep analyzing. We're going to keep improving. We're going to keep demanding excellence. And guys, I love it. We're not alone. There's great engagement on social media. And we got to keep driving this thing forward. All right? Champions League quarterfinals have started. There's more international football at the weekend. It's just nonstop with our American top guys. Some are doing better than others. It's fluctuating. Listen, Christian's having his struggles. Gio's having his struggles. Our top guys are having his struggles. But the solid guys like John Brooks that I talked about in this series, holding firm. Chris Richards is doing really, really good with his loan spell. There's exciting things going on. And then our domestic league kicks off in a week. So much football to talk about. Guys, again, sorry on my absence. I'm back. And here we're going to keep analyzing things moving forward.